B.H. Gilbert here to say hi before your official audiobook begins. Originally, this was going to be available on sites such as Audible, but the entire process was long and tedious, so I decided to release it on this new YouTube channel for the Bread, Booze, and Bitches 1-year anniversary. Even though this is on YouTube, this whole video will be audio only. I highly recommend following along with a copy of the book, available on Amazon, in order to see how the words are presented on the page. However, that isn't necessary, and I hope that since this is being released for free, you consider purchasing a copy if you like the audio experience. Several future poems and chapters of my upcoming books will be featured on this channel in the near future, so be sure to subscribe if you're interested in my upcoming projects. Bread, Booze, and Bitches is a twisted modern take on what a poetry book can be. Blending poetry with strong inspirations from hip-hop, undergo the upbringing of a young man coming to terms with love, life, and the emotions he was told to bury. Experience 4 chapters of his life and 2 interludes of standalone stories. If you've never been interested in poetry before, this is your introduction. If you love poetry, welcome to the new generation. Thank you for being here, and I hope you enjoy Bread, Booze, and Bitches. Bread, Booze, and Bitches by B.H. Gilbert. For me. Could have went to therapy instead, but hey, here we are. Warning. This book features explicit language, adult situations, and some discussions of intense violence, non-consensual sexual misconduct, toxic masculinity, and far-leaning political ideologies. The situations and topics in this book are fictional and not from the author's point of view. They do not reflect their values or opinions. While some pieces are inspired by real life, some are exaggerated or altered to bring a stronger narrative and or emotional reaction from the reader. Chapter 1. The First Spark. I entered the room, and there you were, unchanged from when you left me. You smiled and waved and moved your bag, but all I could think about was that tree. The beginning of the epilogue on our 2-year journey back when we were just kids. I turned your spirits from a heated blanket to those left in the back of the fridge. I was too busy trying to grow up instead of keeping my pace with yours, so then both of us felt the burning of our kiss while our ships were no longer ashore. I kissed you, and you never said no, so I just acted like your discomfort wasn't real. I told myself you'd grow to like it, that your brain would eventually like the way my love feels. So why are you smiling at me 8 years later like I wasn't some fucked up piece of shit? I cried myself to sleep every night, regretting everything I did with my poisonous lips. But now you speak like we're old friends that are simply reconnecting. But as I smile back, my brain is doing quite the opposite of reminiscing. I should have pulled you aside after acting 2 and allowed my heart to ooze out of my mouth. Maybe it would help you heal if I spit out my regret for you filling a cup with every ounce, but I didn't. So now I'm left to wonder if you still see my sins soaking into every centimeter of my skin, or if I'm still that kid who made you laugh and walked you home every day with locked fingers and love to give. 1-800 out of pocket. She knows I'm out of control. Yeah, she knows I got a flip phone. Yeah, I'm on that Walter White type shit. That flip phone for the side piece type shit. That it's done, snap it in half type shit. Got a drawer full like it's some sky high type shit. I'm always on some shit, right? Grew up in a fucked up place, shit was so far, right? But I've come so far, right? Middle name's Hamilton, so you know I had to write. Right? Sometimes I wish I would have stayed out of it. He had it to himself, I shouldn't have taken her out of it. It's been 9 years and I'm still sitting here thinking about it. All the fucked up shit I did to someone I loved, I was so out of pocket. She forgave me a few years back, but my heart, I locked it. I can't even forgive myself, maybe next year sleep on it. A decade to figure out why I'm so angry about it. My brain found a gun, loaded it, and cocked it. He's shooting strays at exes like he's Elon Musk with a rocket. So she knows I'm out of control. Yeah, she knows I got a flip phone. Yeah, I'm on that Walter White type shit. That flip phone for the side piece type shit. That it's done, snapped in half type shit. Got a drawer full like it's some sky high type shit. Help. The world is ending. I'm starting to wonder if you're just not sad enough. The rest of us have to pretend to be fine, but American entitlement has your feelings beaten and cuffed. Listen and watch the world around you get tough. Help those who lose everything to an endless cut. I'm starting to wonder if you're just not sad enough. Progress doesn't start with yet another puff, or your addiction to feeling your vision was smut. American entitlement has your feelings beaten and cuffed. Have you tried caring about something besides getting buff? You're miles away, ready to swing, so why do you putt? I'm starting to wonder if you're just not sad enough. Your soul dwells within a home packed with all that extra fluff. Ours is hiding from a hurricane inside a half-pint hut. American entitlement has your feelings beaten and cuffed. Maybe it's about time we call you out on your bluff. Grip your rib cage and pull until it's no longer sealed shut. I'm starting to wonder if you're just not sad enough. American entitlement has your feelings beaten and cuffed. The Taco Bell parking lot at 3 a.m. I'm falling apart in the back seat of your mom's car. It's just the aftermath of putting everything on a platter. Reaching up to do pull-ups on an ever-rising bar, I'm falling apart in the back seat of your mom's car. This piece of shit never really got us that far. Maybe just throw your heart up and swing like a batter. I'm falling apart in the back seat of your mom's car. It's just the aftermath of putting everything on a platter. I was happy once. I was happy once, but then I got anxiety, got called a gifted kid since nobody had to quiet me. I was happy once, but then I talked to girls, and now I got scars because I made her my whole world. I was happy once, but then I got acne. Overwhelming self-hatred shrouded my opportunity. I was happy once, but then I got older. Realized if I want to live, I gotta become a soldier. I was happy once, but then I had sex. Learned how boring it gets when every girl is a pillow princess. I was happy once, but then I went to college. Met some fake-ass friends with no common knowledge. I was happy once, but then there was the pandemic. Fucked up my vibes and everything kinetic. I was happy once, but then I got my degree. Figured out it'd take a while until I became an escapee. I was happy once, but then I lacked money. And in today's society, that means nobody will ever love me. They told me. They told me to wear my heart on my sleeve when I go out, but I wear my heart around my neck so it's choking me out. They told me let people in instead of pushing them out, but if they want to talk shit, they gotta get the fuck out. They told me emotions shouldn't stay in, they gotta come out. But as soon as I cry, they sneak their way out. They told me I'm so funny and they want to go out, but eventually I'm just annoying and it doesn't work out. Where I'm from. I am from four-wheelers, tearing through the mud and covering my camouflage with future stains. I am from blowing out Sega Genesis cartridges, praying that Streets of Rage 2 boots on the first try. I am from the base of a willow tree, bouncing on a trampoline like a 25-cent rubber ball and pretending that I'm Tarzan or George of the Jungle. I'm from yellow and orange Nerf guns stockpiled in my closet, ready for the devastating barrage I'd rain down onto my friends. I'm from eyeing raindrops as they race down the car window, watching McDonald's fade into the distance merely because we have food at home, followed by you paying for it. I'm from mushroom hunting with my dad, feeling the excitement as a rotting stump housed several morels at its base under the dead leaves. I'm from playing Call of Duty Black Ops 2 with my brother at my side, on the same team and against bots, since he didn't like to lose and the internet wasn't allowed to be connected to the Xbox. I'm from muddy cornfields, feeling the resistance of the tassel as I pulled it from the morning dude's stalk. I'm from sleeping with sirens blasting through my headphones as I walked laps around the school, waiting to grow up, not realizing it was the good old days. I'm pretty sure I died in 7th grade. I still feel like I'm 16, I hope I outgrow it. People fuck with my brain, I'm pretty sure it's frozen. I tell them about my mental illness, they just laugh. Seriously, I'm not joking. She lies to my face and fucks my roommate. Holy shit, here comes the erosion. I'm getting numb to this. No more use for ibuprofen. They waste years of my life, then just disappear, must be a ghost, and meeting new people is truly scary because I don't want to hurt them, but shooting pool and laughing made me realize my feelings are not uncertain, I still want to try. Please tell me I'm not cursed, and even though I'm dead, can I still be a good person? The girl across the table. My sky has been filled. Now when I see birds, they deliver butterflies. I'd build a time machine to save you. If I could go back, I'd go back for you. Pull you aside, away from me. Explain to you the person I'm gonna be. I'm a mess, and that's not gonna change. You won't wear the dress, and that's more than okay. Sometimes things just work, and sometimes you have to walk away. You can go now. Get out of here early. Save yourself from the fight. Save yourself from the hurting. Find someone you want. Someone who fits that image, that thing in your head, that thing I was never imprinted. Or you could stay. You could hold me a little tighter. You could say you've seen my future. You could say it'll get brighter. I'm holding in so much anger today, but give it time with me, and we can wash it all away. I'm breaking, it's bad. I've got so much anger in my brain, it's chipping away, it's growing the pain, I'm losing my shame, it's day after day, every day is the same. When does it change? When does it fade? When does hope or love remove the haze, the clouds and the rain, the hurricane and the overhang? I'm going insane, cause life is arcane, it's not the cocaine, and I'm not like Jesse and Jane. Maybe all I had to do was follow the damn train. Don't not worry. I got tears rolling down the windowsill. I got pictures in my wallet. I got fears of standing still. I got scars on my knees and a need to write a will. And my body still aches and I still pop pills. But don't worry though. It's just Advil. It's just a precaution. It's just a drill. It's just my brain. It's just downhill. It's just over half empty. I might need a refill. I might need to stop fighting. I might need a taller hill. But don't worry though. I've got free will. I've got a means to an end, so I'll make a couple mil. I'll meet a cute girl. I'll cook on a grill. I'll make a list. I'll check as I fulfill. I'll get a happy ending. I'll go out like Frank and Bill. I don't do drugs. I want to feel like I actually feel what I feel when I feel that shit. Don't want to spend every day with blue in my veins, begging for a second hit. Acid traveling from my tongue to my eyes, seeing the world in 16-bit, buying fake bricks of drywall with some counterfeits. I want to feel like I actually feel what I feel when I feel that shit. Spending day after day saying it's the day I quit. Inhaling some green before work so I don't throw a fit. Phone in the microwave with the timer going down to take a pic. I want to feel like I actually feel what I feel when I feel that shit. Take another swallow at the bowling alley to fix this split. Light up outside the venue even if my digits are completely frostbit. The only relationship where I'll even consider to commit. I want to feel like I actually feel what I feel when I feel that shit. Dreams within dreams. I met you in the city. You were crying. It was windy. On that park bench, the tears fell. The sun set. You ate caramel. I sat down beside you, your eyes laid on my tattoos. I explained them, quite briefly, and said that it's not about me. Why you crying? Who did this? I'll make them cease to exist. You laughed, yeah, real softly. You said shit just haunts me. I asked if I could hold you. Weird request, kinda taboo. You shrugged real slowly, said it's fine, come hold me. I touched you, and I died. I blacked out. Yeah, I cried. You just felt like a home to me, something precious that I want to keep. With fingers locked and puffy eyes, we said vows. You became my wife, but then I woke up, holding you, so thankful that my dreams came true. Half asleep, you gripped me, pulled in close, got frisky. I pulled back, kissed your forehead, said you should go back to bed. You said okay. I love you. I don't know how you do, but I'm lucky. It's so true. I reply, I love you too. Who's me? They say love is something of a heavenly sort, and that it should just take the pain away. But it just caused me to build this fort and left my brain in a hellish array. I'm just a car in neutral, watching a Seattle sunset. I'm going back with my engine off, doing dumb shit like I lost a bet, doing dumb shit like I lost my head, doing dumb shit like wait, did I take my meds? I'm just a bitch with no brain, getting brain from a bitch. Drop a Franklin on her ass so that dance comes with benefits. I'm just doing what the button at the crosswalk told me. Waiting on someone like they got a quest to come find me. Like they are the cell key to come save me. Like they are the therapy to really help me. Yeah, but who's me? I don't think I know that name. Perhaps we met back in the day. Perhaps they had the high ground on the 4th of May. Perhaps they share a fraction of my pain, but we're not one and the same. Must have split with the coming of age. Must have left with the coming of rage. Cast a spell, becoming a mage. Not as hidden from the world like that boy Aang. She's a hurricane. I'm a tornado. I sat alone at the party, out by the pool. Feet in the water, the night air was crisp and cool. And she walked up, sat down real slow, asked how I was doing. I said, you know. It sounds like you're unhappy. I think I got a fix. She grabbed my hand real tight and slipped her fingers between my digits. It was silent for a while we just watched the water. The laughs from the house faded out and my heartbeat felt a little odder. She turned her head to me with a smile, looked me up and down, asked if I needed something else to turn that frown upside down. She put her fingers on my face, pushed up on my cheeks. An artificial smile formed, then a real one took its seat. She asked about heartbreak, if there was a girl that made me feel like this. I sighed and leaned back, asking, oh boy, do you want the whole list? She turned to face me, grabbing one hand and then the other. She said her father died and she hates her mother. She said I looked cloudy and she likes bad weather. And she felt like thunder, so maybe we could be stormy together. I've been thinking about how you think too much. I think you fell in love and you got scared, so you made some shit up and then you ran. I think you lost your mind and then you got sick, so you made some shit up and called me a dick. I think you took the abuse and just shut down, so you made some shit up and dropped your crown. I think you told your mom and she got pissed, so you made some shit up and slit your wrist. Going to therapy makes me feel like shit. I've only ever been suicidal about girls when they fuck me up and cheat and make my head swirl, but is that really enough to warrant therapy? I grew up middle class with both parents. They're still married. I'm white. I'm cisgender. I'm straight. I'm accepted in all 50 states. I blame it on toxic masculinity and how I was raised. Don't cry, don't pout, don't get fazed, but maybe I'm to blame. Maybe it's just me. You're told your whole life to man up and not show emotion, but that doesn't mean not to feel anything at all. Because when it builds and builds and you feel something strong and new, it's going to fuck you up worse and you won't have a clue how to deal with it. Just trapped asking, why do I feel like this? Why does it hurt like shit? Why am I such a bitch? How do I deal with it? God must have put me on some fucked up list because, man, for the last decade, I've been pissed. Watching the ghosts. We don't have to grow up. We don't have to find love. We don't have to know what the fuck it is we want. Maybe we could coast. Maybe we could go. Maybe we could shut the fuck up. Stop doing the most. Stop playing with fire. Stop watching the ghosts. They'd be living their lives inside my phone. They'd be popping pills. They'd be doing coke. We don't talk, but I stalk their post. We don't visit, but they love to host. We don't care, but we care the most. I just want to get this bread, but I burnt the toast. I just want to smoke that gas, but I got fucking dosed. I just want to be honest, so I got diagnosed. Mirror, mirror. He deserved better than you for the games that you play, for the shit that you say, for the way you make him feel insane every fucking day. He had hope in you, took it all away. Blood on your fangs, gun on your waist, knife in his back. A betrayal he won't grow past, but I'm sure you're happy about that. My demons. Oh, those guys? Yeah, we go way back. What's that? Yeah, we met in like 7th grade. Yeah. We've been inseparable since. We hang out all the time. They talk a lot of shit, but I've gotten used to them. Honestly, if they weren't around, I'd probably be lonely. I'd probably miss them. Shit. Interlude 1. E. The speed limit sign reads 55. But the dash is reading 85. The desert air is hot, and the plants have all died. There was a town a few miles back, and I needed gas, but the sign read welcome to perfection, so I sped past. That's not something I can be. That's not a place I'm allowed to see. If I would have stopped, they would have pulled me under the sand by my feet, so I kept driving, even though my car is reaching E. But that's okay, because then it'll have something in common with me. Reflection. Balloons like birds, they lift me up. I'm a puppet on strings when life gets rough. Going through the motions, I think I'm tough, but I'm not tough because life is rough, and when the birds fly free, it'll fuck me up. Fast love, after Bree drums. I know you'll get that fast kind of love. Someone who dashes home from work just to plant their lips on yours as they erupt through the door. Someone who whips their phone out to capture you smiling before you notice. Someone who wakes up early and whisks around the kitchen, ready to greet you with a steaming cup of coffee, overflowing with creamer and sugar. I know you'll get that fast kind of love. Someone who grips your hand and rushes you to the front of the concert, screaming the lyrics along with you. Someone who spots your text and smiles while instantly responding. Someone who sneaks around and swiftly hides endless notes so you can find them when your heart needs them most. When a drunk film student tells a story. In high school, I just wanted to be something more. I was tired of my untamed heart getting dragged across the desert like an alien. All the bad boys obsessed over Jennifer's body, especially since she was one of the mean girls. I'd spent every Friday in the back of the room, frozen in an ice age, just waiting to get out. Pacing through the town, I wasn't taking my time with the walk up the hill. Going past my neighbors in their monster house, I was blinded by the light of the shining glass. Later that night, I went for a drive to Joe's apartment. I was suffocating under the major pain. It was like my brain said, "Don't breathe." My other friend Ted tried to help by opening the windows, saying, "Let us get you some air, bud." He kept applying pressure by asking, "What's got you so mad, Max? When we're grown-ups, our cars will be kick-ass, our money will stack sky-high, and we'll get to kiss the girls. Everything will be limitless." Conspiracy and LSD. Being stung by a bumblebee or taking LSD can be quite the conundrum if you ask me. I zigzag and go berserk through an indigo kaleidoscope, like the corrosion that sizzles within my brain, which happens to be a reptilian brain, I may add, if you truly believe you need to know such details. It may seem I'm trying to bamboozle you, sabotage your plans, or even just be hyperbolic, but I would never manipulate someone who is an akimbo reptile, even in such an apocalyptic landscape. Fire rains down and water evaporates up. Catastrophic events are the only normal weather. This formidable life may terrify you, but a solution is only seconds away if you trust me. Just lay this LSD on your tongue, and the trepidation will wash away. When you wish to return, good luck finding a bee in their world. The Knight Who Fought Death. She wanted to run. It was to such a point I believed that was her only talent, whisking away like dandelion seeds in a hurricane. Our fondness aligned seamlessly as the kingdom faded out of sight from atop my noble steed, his hooves pounding into the dirt as if lightning was striking along with his unbreakable tempo. Her destination came swiftly and seemingly out of nowhere, but it was always there, waiting to reach out fleshless bones to pull her into an infinite hug. I couldn't defeat this living skeleton with the draw of a sword, this rotten beast from below with breath reeking of his tomb. No, I could only watch her slip from my existence as if she was freshly baked bread, still warm as it crumbled with a single squeeze. She wanted to run. You a bitch. You a bitch. I'm not being rude or insulting you. I'm simply just stating a fact. And the fact is, you a bitch. The way your compassion is tied up tighter than the furniture in the back of your pickup truck makes you a bitch. How you spray down anyone different than you with insults as if your mouth was a machine gun makes you a bitch. When you tell young boys to grow up that they need to stop crying because boys don't cry, makes you a bitch. The way you refer to women and anyone with a different skin tone exclusively as a slur makes you a bitch. How you belittle and laugh at those who don't share the same knowledge as you about cars or home renovation makes you a bitch. When you only show love for America when your candidate of choice is in the Oval Office makes you a bitch. You a bitch. I'm not being ironic or contradicting myself. I'm not attacking you as you do to others. I'm simply just stating a fact. And the fact is, you a bitch. Modern society. The thin outer shell of the sticks disintegrates further and further with every attempt. The wind chill is plummeting and the branches and the brush are an inefficient tent. The fingertips are blue or purple, can't really tell. The moon hangs high overhead, never imagined there would be a sky in hell. The girl has become a corpse only 20 feet away. The feathered beasts are like professors picking at her brain. The flowing stream is murky like his heart. The Grim Reaper comes, pulls her away in a cart. The shadowy figure returns after some rest. The icicle goes from the bony hand to his chest. The translucent cart can't hold the weight. The young man has met an unavoidable fate. Fuckboy. Bro, I'm so tired of these dudes out here sucking in bed. You ever listen to a clip from a woman's podcast? 9 times out of 10, it's about how dudes fucking suck in bed. I'm sick of that shit. I've been with girls. I know, shocking. But we'd just be doing foreplay. We might have our shirts off, doing a bit of touching, you know? And one time this girl said to me, "Oh my God, this is like the best sex I've ever had." Most guys there would get real cocky and shit, but I was baffled. I got whiplash. I was like, the fuck you mean? I haven't even started yet. It's like yanking the cord on an old push mower just trying to get the bitch started, and you're saying thanks for mowing my lawn. You're telling me that sucking your titties and doing a little DJ record scratch on your clit is the best you've ever had? The bar is so fucking low. It's buried 6 feet deep. So if I was a corpse in a grave, I'd be doing better than all these fuckboys out here. Like, you should be able to fuck. It's right there in the name fuckboy, you dipshit. God damn. Breaking diamonds. The taste in my mouth is almost unbearable. It's gotta be the blood mixed with 6 shots of alcohol. And he's swinging at me and he can't land a hit, so a right hook dropped him. 3 strikes, you're out, bitch. Is what I would have said if I was the one to land it. But it's a 5'4" brunette who planted it. Now she's sitting me down and I'm a little faded. My face is bleeding and I say it's from the hit I had taken. "No shit," she replies with a first aid kit and a body unshaken. I ask why she has it and I can't get an explanation. Must be a student based on the logo, that's my observation. Her hands on my face are a new type of sensation. I'd take anatomy if she wanted to give me an education. She smacks my face and says my eyes give away my thoughts. She says I'm a sick pervert if that's where my mind defaults. My eyes are locked on her rib cage below her loose crop top. She surprisingly smiles and brushes my chest while rising from our spot. I scramble to my feet and say this house party isn't where our love stops. She laughs and waves before swinging her hips down the empty block. I catch up and say I'll make sure she's safe until her door's unlocked. She says, what if someone's inside with a gun and I get shot? I say we wouldn't know because our eyes would be closed while our saliva swaps. Yikes. I tried to escape this thing called life. I tried to fix us, but all we do is fight. Now I'm trapped in a town with a single stoplight. But since I'm here, I guess there's 2, right? Yikes. I'm standing in front of her broken headlights. My body smashed the windshield, cracking the moonlight. I rolled off the trunk into the ditch of midnight. I can escape life if I die tonight. Yikes. I'm trying to make my brain not so uptight. My thoughts are like endless pop-ups on a shitty website. She dragged me into the back seat with all of her might. She wants more like a Britney bitch and I'm a satellite. Yikes. Chapter 2. Creating a villain. It was like the 3rd day of my new life, and I met this girl that I knew I would never make my wife. So why did I do it? Why did I stoop so low? Thought I would stay free of sin, but shit. Here we go. I remember laying in her bed on those days before classes start. She watched the same shitty movie on her phone every night, acting like it was some Da Vinci level of art. I was there, but I didn't feel like I existed. She wouldn't even acknowledge me. My heart was getting twisted. So I started to stumble across the floor, trying not to break my neck. Tripping and slipping on clothes and cards. Her room was a fucking mess. She told me not to go, that I should come back to bed. I sighed, swung my arms loosely, and plopped back down, no pillow under my head. She pulled off her clothes. I kissed from her belly to her forehead, while she begged me to just put it in. I froze. I got all up in my brain. It felt wrong to have no feelings, to fuck a girl I would never give my name, but with teary eyes hidden in the dark. I was never the same. I pulled through by pushing in, starting my journey in a dangerous game. When the sex is so bad, you think you're asexual. Still blows my mind how it happened so fast. New city, new school, no friends, no cash, no trust in myself that I would last. Second day, I found a couch in the lobby that I used to crash. A girl came in, kinda cute, kinda average. I kinda liked the attention, so whatever I had, she could have it. It wasn't long until we were in her room trying to fuck. First time, real nervous. The small amount of physical attraction wasn't enough. As the days and the weeks went on, it got easier. I got used to it. I got used to her. She told me to eat her out, and I was hesitant. Even getting close to the fumes were more than unpleasant. She called me a pussy, and she pulled me closer. Battery acid hit my tongue, and I couldn't escape the odor. I told her my discoveries, but I was too honest, too blunt. She wasn't astonished. She hid her face onto my futon to release tears from a place opposite of joy. I had no words to say to the girl who just used my non-consenting mouth as a fuck toy. I had done things in the past and was more than excited. Going all the way though, now I was more than disappointed. There was a fallout without a fight in the night. She walked out the door, and I have yet to see that girl that I spite. The beginning of the new beginning. That was back when I met you. Talking way too loud in the dorm lobby. You were wearing that plaid dress, a cute 95, clueless mess. We'd lay in my makeshift king-size freshman year, and you fell asleep. Eyes closed and slow breaths, safe from the fray and the fear. I laid next to you in silence, our bodies a foot away. With eyes shut tight, I couldn't drift away. Your hand rested above your head, and I met it with mine, expecting you to wake or move, expecting you to leave the room. But you didn't move a muscle. A minute passed. Then an hour passed. Fuck, I'm pretty sure I passed. Away the days went. It wasn't long until we spent our time together. Though we weren't together. We'd cuddle and talk and laugh and cry together. It took 2 years to date. And we talked about that day. Neither of us were asleep, but the years had us drifting away. Dorm 121. Why do I miss wasting my time with that door open? It was every night at fucking 10. I was hoping you'd walk by and come on in, but you were out at the bar, touching skin. We were both sad and lonely, drinking gin. I guess at the end of the day, we had something in common. Mental conversation. I've got the voices in my head, and they're keeping me alive. They whisper in the dark, they tell me that I'm fine, but the water's really deep and I want to take a dive. Maybe you could be my lifeguard tossing me the line. But you're doing a line amongst other crimes. I'm getting really tired. I've tried several times. I'm calling out your name, but the voices got your mind. They say I gotta go. They say I'm not the right kind. I'm not the right guy. It's not worth a try. Picking up the phone. I'm probably gonna die. Pull up at 5. Your brain is fucking fried. Mixing pills with the booze. I think it's finally time. Gambling addiction. If you're too nice, then you'll never have to put a bitch in rice. She'll never be wet, so here's some advice. Get your bag up so you can pay the price. Fuck it up and you'll never get to hit it twice. She'll block your ass on her device. But let's go ahead and keep it concise. Bitches like that are asking for a big price. Giving your heart to one is like rolling the dice. It's best to keep all your insides on ice. Attitude. They ask me why am I so angry. It's always been that way, frankly. I've been on a rage since like the 8th grade because I didn't learn about emotions. No one told me love would hurt so much until I dipped way more than a pinky toe in. There was just so much around me. Maybe I thought that's what the factory setting is. I wanted to be a man so bad, maybe I thought that my energy had to match his. So I covered my heart in gasoline and found the junk drawer in my head with the matches. I watched that bitch go up in flames and out my mouth. Are you happy with what your son is? Because they ask me why am I so angry. It's always been that way, frankly. I still remember that day just after Halloween. I had just been on a double date. My girl was calling me names and screaming at me. I was trying so fucking hard not to break. I kept it calm and kept my voice real low, but it was going on for hours, and I didn't get a single apology for the spray tan that ruined my shower. I'd got up at 7 a.m. to scrub the walls like crazy, trying to bring the green tiles back, and she got mad at me for cleaning my own home. What the fuck is up with that? She kept saying that line, why do you still have an attitude? I just couldn't respond because either way I was gonna get barbecued. Little did I know that day that was just the interlude. It kept going and going, reaching a whole new magnitude. I should have known better. This was always her common mood. Her words were sharp against my armor. She cut clean through my fortitude. After the 400th time, I replied, now I have a fucking attitude. Frankenstein's monster. Sorry, I'm not there for you anymore. Twitter shows me you're not doing well. You said you didn't give a fuck and I should go to hell. So I went. Turned into more than a day trip. Turned into a permanent vacation without a whiny bitch. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have talked like that. I know you said I fucking swear too fucking much and it's hard to fucking deny the fucking facts, but that'll pass. You learn that I'm worse than just men. I'm more than just trash. You love a bad boy, you hate panic attacks. You love trying sex toys, you hate I make you climax. Shit, let's go fast. You love fighting, you hate inviting, you love spiting, you hate delighting, you love gaslighting, you hate uniting, you love lip biting, you hate my writing. What's new? I got nothing left to prove. So here's my next move. I'ma take myself off your roster because you're Frankenstein and you can't handle your monster. Guts. You made me, motherfucker. Now you'll pay the price for it. You made me, motherfucker. Why are you so mad at it? You made me, motherfucker. Hurts like hell, yeah, doesn't it? You made me, motherfucker doesn't mean keep on fucking it up. You fell out of love, but you want to keep the lust. Keeping all the lust, but without any trust. Without any trust, how are we supposed to fuck? We supposed to fuck, but I hate your guts. I hate your guts, but I'm inside of them. Okay. Enough. I'm not the hero. I'm not the hero in your story. I wanted to be because I always am. I always have been. I was the one that grew up being the older, younger brother. The one who dictated the direction of all our childhood adventures. The one with all the advice, whether it be about video games or girls. The one who saw problems that seemed to lack solutions. The one who became an unstoppable force just so I could move immovable objects. I cared too much, which to some people I met later in life was too much. I wanted to be involved and helpful. I wanted to fix everything and comfort them, but they always seemed to be too broken. I was always pushed away, and I would lose friends and lovers for caring about them. I was the one who stayed up until 4 a.m. in college to make sure my friends were safe. The one who saw self-hatred and made a jar that held 50 reasons why I loved them. The one who picked them up at 5:30 a.m. when the party turned from booze to blow. The one who walked 2 hours to their house in a blizzard to make sure they were okay. The one who drove them to work every morning when their roommates were hostile. Only finding value in my services can't become my life. Only seeing text asking for help can't become my relationships. Only staying because I feel like people need me can't become my future. Only loving others and hating myself can't become my death. August 22nd. Maybe if I kill myself, I won't have to go to my birthday party. Bunch of fake ass people acting like they give a fuck about me. Click. Damn. Balloons flow up, but they gotta come down. Confetti shoots up, but then it rains down. Pulling on the streamers makes them hit the ground. When they find my body, they'll put it in the ground. Click. Click. Damn. Hand me a drink, but please poison it on me. Light the candles, but please light the clothes on me. Cut the cake, but please use that knife on me. I'll hit the piñata, but please use that stick on me. Click, click, click. Damn. Grass is grayer. So ungrateful, right from the start. Please fill the void. It's inside my heart. That's so cliche. Oh, so smart. Nothing new. Typical art. I need something. Like a favor. Let's travel. Go inside my screensaver. On this side, there is no flavor. On the other side, the grass is only grayer. I wouldn't show the real me to a blind person. You want to see the real me? Nah, you'll never meet him. I locked the doors of the car and he's the key I threw in that fucking Buick. I don't know where it goes. Hopefully it takes a turn and stays on the road. You want to see the real me? Nah, you'll never meet him. I locked him in a fucking box and buried him deep in that fucking hole. I don't know where it goes. Hopefully somewhere safer than this planet I call home. You want to see the real me? Nah, you'll never meet him. I opened the doors of the car and then I took a peek in that fucking Buick. I figured out where it goes. It's at the bottom of the cliff after swerving off the road. You want to see the real me? Nah, you'll never meet him. I found him in a fucking box that was buried deep in some fucking hole. I figured out where it goes. Clear through the planet, but still too close to home. I'm dead. And there's no coming back. Sorry, I was thinking of you and it was making me mad or sad, thinking about you as my partner and my best friend. I might crash my car while driving to work just so I can feel again. I've been dead for so long it's honestly confusing. The thoughts pounding in my skull are causing a little bruising, and I would just like to know what you're choosing. It could be me. It could be her. It could be the coke in your coat, fur, maybe even frat guy entrepreneur. Either way, I've been dead for so long, it's honestly a chore. Maybe I'm so gone, I don't know the roads anymore. The smoke rolling out your window as we drove by the shore still burns in my lungs like the gasoline I was in for. Maybe if I'm resurrected, we could talk. Just briefly, at least. I wouldn't keep you long. Maybe explain to me why you did it. Why you decided to kill me. Why you buried me 7 feet deep just below our empty bottle of Henny. Afterlife. Just don't show up at my funeral saying something like, I miss you today. Don't start talking about how you wish you could go back to the good old days, back when there was love and maybe a bit of chemistry, until you blew up my world when your heartbeat was no longer a melody. Now you stand there with a crazy handful of nothing, eyes like dams not letting a flood in. Maybe I could fly around or visit you. See that you feel like shit after everything you put me through. See your emotions at a boil. Spilling over the confines, growing like a plant through soil. See you struggle with one-night stands, all those silly men who just want to fuck. Now you lack connections and people in your life who you can trust. 8/22/21. You wanted me to come over and eat your shitty food, and the wine was too warm and you were a bit crude, and we tried to watch a movie but your roommate had an Xbox. That thing was so busted, I'm surprised it even turned on. Turned on? Was I turned on? Fuck no. You just sat there on your bed watching some boring show. I was right next to you and felt alone. No acknowledgement of my presence. Your eyes only transferring between the projector and your phone. I'm sure that was the beginning of the end, and it felt like you didn't give a fuck. Our relationship was all about you, and you were starting to lack some love. I tried to save it and talk things through. But we're so different in the things that we do. Complaining about your life every day was really wearing me down. I stopped talking at all because now every word was only met with a frown. Mask fishing. Bright emerald eyes transport me into a thick, lush rainforest while they pull me in like scorpion. I catch them glancing at me from across the thronged room. Black eyeliner cradles them both and wings flutter on each side, lifting my spirits to the highest peak. I've fallen an unhealthy amount, so there is only one course of action that will bring me closer to the endless beauty that could be my future. 1. Check the class roster and find the last name. 2. Search through social media to discover their profile. 3. Find the perfect image that shows their entire face. Oh shit, I just lost the crush. I love her, but I don't say I love you. Squeezed her hand in the back of the taxi. Met that bitch in the motherfucking backseat. Fucked her twice in the past week. Might make it 3, don't put it past me. Up in the hotel, don't even got the door closed yet. Hand missed a light switch and the blinds blocked the moonlight slow ahead. Got her on the bed finally. She's begging take that belt off, please. Here's my wrist, put that shit on me. Okay, bet. Okay, head. Not for me, but for her. It's the best. Eventually, arrest. She's asleep. I sit on the foot of the bed. Come again? Yeah, she'll come again. When the sun shines through, then it's round 2. I love her, but I don't say I love you. Toxicity. I'm just a fuck up. Just a fuck up. My brain won't shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Thought I might just luck the fuck up. Luck the fuck up. But no, I'm just a fuck up. Just a fuck up. I might fuck up my whole life with you. I might fuck up your guts at noon. I might fuck your friends in the backseat soon. You can take that L, I'll take the double U. Independent, but you're stuck like glue. Selling yourself online, easy revenue. Going to a party talking to every dude. Whispering like, oh, him? I blew. Oh shit, that's my cue. I'm just a fuck up. Just a fuck up. My brain should blow the fuck up. Blow the fuck up. Thought I might just glow the fuck up. Glow the fuck up. But no, I'm just a fuck up. Just a fuck up. Intermission. Alternative book titles. So, you wrote a poetry book, huh? Yeah, I did. I took some classes in college and really enjoyed it. So I figured, yeah, that's great, kid. But can we talk about your title? Yeah, sure. What about it? Bread, booze, and bitches, is it? Yeah, I'm a big fan of alliteration, and it kind of explains what. Don't you think that could be a little misogynistic? On the surface, maybe, but once you read, you got any other titles we could try? Yeah, I guess. I got a list here. Cool, just rattle them off to me. Sure, okay. We got I got no musical talent, so I wrote this instead. Therapy costs more money than it would to publish this book. Depressed white cisgender man complains about his problems. Red flags, gotta catch 'em all. Something to cringe at in 10 years. This dude gotta be fun at parties. A solid paperweight. Joe who? Joe Mama loves this book. Alright, never mind. What? I got more here. Nah, we'll just keep the original title. Oh, how about The Downsides of Getting Your Dick Wet? Nope, the original is perfectly fine. Fantastic even. Please get your ass out of my office. Matilda. My dog just died and I feel nothing. I thought I should cry, but the tears aren't running. I'm so numb inside from years of fake love and hiding myself from those who kept judging. She was a good dog. She was great. The early years were full of joy and of grace, well trained from an early age and caused just the right amount of trouble so you never got a break. But then she was ignored, and I was depressed, and everyone else saw her as a chore. Then I left, gone for 4 years. I came back and she could hardly walk. It's like her old bones had worn off. She stopped using the stairs. The living room floor was her home. Any trip from there was a marathon, so they continued to slow. They continued to go. Her legs, they could not hold. I had to throw the cards on the table. I had to fold. Felt like a Corleone the way my strings were getting pulled. She was gone. And a part of me was too. Now she lies in a small box under the TV, always in view. As a traumatized child, I was afraid of her presence. All my previous encounters had been less than pleasant, but she taught me love, and she taught me care. She showed me all dogs weren't my doom, trying to rip and tear. And as we grew up, she did it too quickly. And some days, when it's hard, I wish she was with me. I'd lay on her little bed and hold her close. Arm around her fur, head on my shoulder. I miss that the most. And sometimes, when someone walks by after her post, I swear she's still here. I hear her barking ghost. Another metaphor about poetry. It is a storm. Sometimes it comes quickly through the sky, other times it slowly creeps up on you as you feel every drop of rain before a downpour. It clashes in the sky and drenches you below. Once it fades away, leaving you in lonesome, a rainbow emerges. It casts itself around you, protecting you until it's called upon by another soul who desires the comfort of the aftermath of words. To be frank, I never had the connections I dreamed of. All my friends did. Talking about birthday cards and the feeling of belonging in this little community, the whole thing born through blood, not infected with lies and rumors and inappropriate scrutiny. But it wasn't all like that. Cancer took a soul when I was 12, and I later learned he was a good man. He liked to make jokes and laugh in all the ways I didn't understand. I know I shouldn't blame myself. I was just a kid, trapped in a shell of bone and flesh and anxiety fueled by a lack of meds, but without him, I might not exist. And I barely had him in my life. My only memories being watching Family Guy once and him sighing at his wife. I missed out on learning about him. He adopted my mother, raised her like a daughter. I wish I could say that I'm proud of him. That he did what few men would do, that he didn't birth my future, but he sure held it together like glue. And I know he loved me, because he passed at 11:30. It was the 21st of August. He must have done it in a hurry. He wanted to be an angel while he sang me happy birthday, and sent me on my journey. Infinite days. How do I even explain that which I can't understand? She was one of 7 with an empty stomach, eating the food of canines after the sunset, living through painful early years and making sure I didn't. Infinite days until I understand how she did it. She met a man with 2 kids, renting movies at an early age, and as encounters increased, their relationship changed. Little did she know 2 more boys would eventually retrofit. Infinite days until I understand how she did it. She worked full-time in a factory just to make ends meet. Raised those ungrateful kids with dinner all 7 nights of the week, and she let them live and learn, keeping it real, nothing counterfeit. Infinite days until I understand how she did it. She turned houses to homes and added comfort to fear, spoke with honesty and made them reflect, hold up the mirror. 24 years of being my rock, and not regretting it for a minute. Infinite days until I understand how she did it. Resurrection. Fuck. You done did it now, bro. They hire a new girl at work and it took you, hold on, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whole ass seconds to fold. 5. I thought we were done with this shit. You said you were going to learn how to live with being dead. Remember that? Now you're here doing God knows what. What's that? Oh, she smiled and waved at you when she saw you again? You had what you think is a flirtatious conversation? You ever think that maybe she's just a nice fucking person? Stop wiggling your toes around in that coffin and listen for a second. You're not that guy, pal. Yes, it's a meme, but it's a factual fucking statement right now. You hear me? We locked your heart up for a reason. Shit's all discolored and cracked and shit. What do you think she's gonna think when she sees that? You're gonna waltz over there, hand it to her like your dumbass always does, and wham! Shit's busted all over the floor. Again. Hey, you push open that fucking coffin and I'm gone. I can't stand around and watch this shit happen 100 times. Just let me keep making repairs, and maybe one day down the line we can at least show a sneak peek to someone. Okay? Okay? He's already gone, isn't he? Fuck. Chapter 3. If we're in the Matrix, I'd be happy. Let this be a simulation so all that shit you did isn't real. Let this be a simulation so I might wake up and instantly heal. Let this be a simulation so no more spinning like a broken wheel. And maybe, if I'm lucky, a lot less feeling the way I feel. I want to hear you say it. Tell me I'm fucked up. Tell me that you hate me. Tell me I'm mentally gone and nobody can save me. I wanna hear you fucking say it. Tell me I just run away. Tell me my hobbies are lame. Tell me how my presence just seems to bring you pain. I wanna hear you fucking say it. Tell me it's all my fault. Tell me my life isn't really rough. Tell me my love will never be enough. I wanna hear you fucking say it. So at least then you'll have been honest for once. That girl changes. That girl changes like a new car when you drive it off the lot. That girl changes like an old woman when you take her parking spot. That girl changes like the arms on my old grandfather clock. That girl changes like the shadows on this empty parking lot. That girl changes like the color of her all-white ankle socks. That girl changes like the weather as it erodes against the rocks. That girl changes like the numbers 9:30. That girl changes like this rope after I'm finished with the knot. That girl changes like her smile once she's smoked a little pot. That girl changes like the water as it crashes against the docks. That girl changes like the music as it passes through the aux. That girl changes like the magazine of this now emptied lock. Kids. I've been saying I don't want kids for as long as I've known. Sounds like too much work in a world I've outgrown. Even if I wanted to, I'd continuously postpone. My anxiety runs rampant and my sins are not atoned. I'm the youngest of 5, never been a caretaker, always been a bitch, always treated like a salt shaker. I can't give them a mom, everyone's only good on paper. I'd give her the world only to receive an acre. I can't take care of a child, be careful not to wake her. If I'm constantly in pain, always used like a paint scraper. I've been saying I don't want kids for as long as I've known. It won't happen anyways with this cheap-ass cologne. I'd rather not stray that deep into the unknown, and at this rate, I'm sure that I'll never feel grown. Friday, 9/19/2025, 10:29 p.m. Hey, I know it's been a while. I know you probably don't want to hear from me, and I know you left because of where I was at in life. But things are different now. I got a new car, a bit older, but I paid for it in cash, which is really nice. I started working a new job, making some real money. It's nice to finally be doing something I love, you know? I moved out of that town. Sure, it was kind of nice being around my family, but I couldn't be myself unless I got out of there. It gets exhausting living in a one-bathroom house. Anyways, I'm sure you're hearing all this and rolling your eyes. I know you got your own life now and probably don't want me in it, but I didn't call you to ask if we could try again. I'm just calling to let you know you were wrong. You always lied to me and said I was great, but I knew you always thought I was a loser. Your expectations for someone that just graduated college are crazy. I'm sorry that my dad didn't leave me a house and my mom doesn't pay all my bills. I put myself through 4 years of school and you haven't done anything in that time. You acted like you were waiting on me. Nah, I was waiting on you. I see how you're doing on social media sometimes and I hope you get better. People still clown me for my time with you, but I always have the same response. They might laugh and say something like, "Tell me again how it went down when you broke up." I typically just respond with that meme that goes like, nah, she broke, I'm up. You're gone, so I don't want to die anymore. I've been allergic to this bed since the day that you left. I washed the fucking sheets, but I still can't rest. Your scent still lingers from my nose to my head. I'll light it up in flames as a means to an end, as a means to an end when the day turns to dusk, drowning out the noise with these beat up earmuffs. I'm running out of luck. Toes in the sand, sunset, starstruck. I don't give a fuck about you anymore, it seems. Your bottles and pills are what's left of your support team. I can't only fuck you and dodge all your swings. Once both types of my bruises heal, I'll search for some peace. You up? Man, I'm so sick of this sad shit. Why sleep alone when you can do it with a bad bitch? All natural, so I call her grass fed. About to lay her ass down on that mattress. Help her body slip out of that dress. Let's see how far that back bends. Eyes piercing you like hot lead. She only likes O's and stacked bread. Chaser. I miss the days when you gave a fuck. I miss the days when it felt like love. I miss the days before I got played. Now I'm just shit out of luck. Fuck. That shit hit me like a mortar. I can't handle more of her. I used to chase her. Now when I drink, I don't use a chaser. Commit. I like bitches and I like 'em bad. But I gotta have two like I'm Mr. Krabs. I don't like gold diggers, baby, get that bag. I could take them pics for you, just go ahead and unclasp that shit. Like, fuck it. I'm tired of commitment, and I'm tired of love, and I'm tired of games, and I'm tired of running. I'm tired of lies, and I'm tired of cheaters. You know a good one? Yeah, shit, I'm dying to meet her. I don't care about her brain. What's her best feature? She get cold easily? No hoodies, no heater. And I don't care about her plans, and I'm not gonna feed her. But you know me, I'm dying to eat her. I like bitches and I like 'em bad. But I gotta see double like I'm going mad. I don't like gold diggers, baby, get that bag. If they like POV, I could hit it from the back. Whoever, wherever. I can't wait to hold you close and never let you go. Fall asleep on the couch together watching our favorite show. Make eggs in the morning, you'll say you love me. When they go from the pan to your plate and your plate to your tummy. We could go shopping. You'll try on some clothes, treat it like a rom-com montage, spinning in some floral with your eyes closed. I just hope it isn't a fantasy for too long. I've been broken so much the duct tape isn't nearly as strong. I've been healing though, underneath all the layers, and I did it myself without any pill-filled containers. I can't wait to meet you. Or see you again. I really don't have a clue. Just know that whoever you are, wherever you are, I can't wait to love you. Midwest bad bitch. I still flirt in this department, even if I ain't got a chance. I still hope you say he's gone, but he waters your plants. I still crave when you shop, you daydream in advance. I still fantasize about us in a gothic romance. I still stumble over language when those eyes met mine. I still lose my breath cause you look so fine. I still see those fangs when I close my eyes. I still hate when I met him that he's such a good guy. I still know when you read this, it'll be the last time we talk. I still picture you pondering, connecting all the dots. I still wish I met you sooner so I could take his spot. I still fantasize our escape, leaving him to rot. Hypothetically, us. I walked into the bar and sat with my friends. A cool handshake, a wooden stool, the times you don't want to end. I ordered a drink. I kept it simple and sweet with a sex on the beach. But that's when you had to coast in. I went from mid-laugh to seeing you walk in slow motion. I caught a glimpse of you sit down by yourself, looking top shelf. I panicked and pulled out my phone. That weather app isn't gonna check itself. I said, fuck it, in my head and be right back, out loud. I listened to the squeak of the boards while slipping through the crowd. I whisked my body into the booth across from you, felt like a cloud. Your phone went to sleep and transferred to the table from your hands. Your eyes looked me up and down, and words flooded from your lips saying, "Sorry, I don't do one-night stands." That's good, because me neither. Really? Yeah, let me just have a drink with you. You nodded slowly with a little smile. The time passed rapidly, and as the hour grew later, people began to exit down the aisle. But then they played that song, and we both stood up. I said we should dance as you downed your cup. I pulled you to the floor and spun you around, but the DJ cut the track and shut us down. Never been to a bar until it closed. Never thought my heart could be so exposed. Never met a girl so unenclosed. You began to call an Uber, but I grabbed your hand. Led you to my car in the empty parking lot with a master plan. I turned over the engine and turned up the aux. I let it play that song from the beginning. I let it send sound waves a couple blocks. A single parking lot light pole stood tall and bright. I took you under it to finish our first dance of the night. Gaslighting from 133 miles away. I don't know how you still do it. Even after all this time, your memory almost gaslit me like you did in your prime. I almost wrote a poem saying I was sorry for who I was, as if you weren't a tick draining my be positive. When I tried to be positive about us, I just take the abuse. Embrace your every swing. Broken ribs to match a broken heart and the familiar sting. It's like a bee, I'm positive, or more like a million. It's like when I entered your garden, it wasn't Jupiter ascending. Demons are real. You're living proof. I've been fucking hoes since I was 13. Addicted to the pussy like it's nicotine. Filling up her guts, yeah, you know me. Go berserk every night like I'm going green. Facialized her features, covered her in protein. Shaking and screaming, her only source of dopamine. Soaked in sheets, healing her soul like saline. Aftercare, afterwards, treat her like a fucking queen. I got a heart full of gold and it's weighing me down. Malleable as hell, so now it's a crown. She ripped it out and dumped me in the sea, sinking to the bottom like a pirate named Luffy. Red lights in the rear view. Don't need shit, but I need you. Heart so cold, yet see-through. Back on my bullshit, I've got a bad bruise. Hurts like hell like this. Yeah, same week, but I got a new bitch. Yeah, cause I ain't doing that love shit again. I ain't gonna fall, but sometimes I stumble a bit. Reaping what I sow. You're scared of my mind, you're scared I might snap. I'm the villain in your story, how long will it last? Putting holes through walls, putting bitches through hell. I'm the villain of mine too, couldn't you tell? You break my bones, I break my voice. You're searching for fights like you haven't got a choice. My head is full of demons, my heart is full of ghosts. My body is buried on the edge of your coast. Your waves hit me, now I can't breathe. I'm drowning in you and I can't break free. My lungs are full and I ruined my liver. I sent God a text, he left me undelivered. Missing. I put myself on a carton of milk, 'cause I need to be found. I've been searching and searching and searching. Without any luck, I'm spinning around. I don't expect you to find me yourself. I can help you look. I'll take the initiative and get down. I'll slide my rotting flesh from this hook. I could be the monster in the closet. I might be the shadows under the bed. I'm potentially lost in these woods. I'm hiding deep inside my head. I'm lost. I'm missing. I'm already dead. I've been digging a hole for years. I'm ready. I'm putting my old self to bed. Interlude 2. Assist. I got scared again. I saw the beams peeking through the clouds and a smile in the mirror. With worn boots and a box of matches, I ignited every bridge that wasn't coated in shadow. Anything less is a death sentence. My brain is bedridden. My soul is cocooned within solid whites and squishy reds that battle against razor-sharp metals cradled on the edge of fist. They cry red and curse the kid upstairs, begging for dementia as a cure, the only proven way to kill a bitch. Anything less is a death sentence. Shell casings. He looks like me, but he might pull out that fucking 15, but he don't pull out if the bitch 15. What the fuck? That's fucked up. Not tough love, yeah, you get no love, yeah, you get no trust. School dance with a semi-auto in the trunk. Running from the crowd, yeah, bitch better duck. Running out of luck. Scrawny little white boy just wanna fuck. I like bad bitches who like bad bitches. She's got fishnets and some tattoos. She's got a wild side, yeah, a fucking attitude. She's got 3 piercings in her ear and a Honda Accord. Same pure black oil, yeah, as the year before. She's got squishmallows on the bed and tries to dominate. Grab her by the throat, yeah, make her rotate. She got thigh-high boots and extensions in her hair. Her bitch is on the way, yeah, I fuck them in a pair. She got plastic in her arm and wings by her eyes. She really loves dessert, yeah, she loves cream pies. She's got manga on the shelf and it smells like incense. Writes her toys off, yeah, as a business expense. She's got box dye and a maxed out credit card. Downs a bottle of wine, yeah, whenever shit gets hard. She's got banned posters on the wall and only plays The Sims. Hits every damn curb, yeah, busting up the rims. She got my ass in speed dial and she doesn't hesitate. Calls me at a party, yeah, saying these bitches are fake. She says that she loves me and I should spend the night. I'm just so fucking excited, yeah, for her to ruin my life. Bunkered. It's the end of forever, and I'm just getting started. But you wouldn't get it. You wouldn't understand. I'm the crashing wave washing over your toes while they're buried in the sand. You got your eyes closed, blind to the chaos as it unfolds. As soon as they sounded the alarm, you figured it was time to enjoy the last rays of the sun's gold. But me? I think it's time to play. I've stockpiled food, guns, and ammo. I've been waiting my whole life for this godforsaken day. But I don't have to worry about that, you see. I'ma walk around tall like Dwayne with that piece on me. You'll just scream, and that's okay. I'll just take what I want and be on my merry way. You know who. They just send all our money overseas and bury all our kids in the ground. And nobody will give a fuck until the bombs start raining down on their towns and they're just dust. Thoughts and prayers can't save you, now you're fucked. What's the root of all evil? Surprise. It's us. Girls akimbo. I thought you'd come back once you've found some peace, but you just came back holding that peace. A couple shots took me down, now I'm floating in the clouds, but I can feel my soul yearning for the fire underground. Chains on my ankles stop my ascension. My chest hurts. I'm getting ripped into the 4th dimension. A strong pull of the metal set me free, but the shackles were what was saving me. Now I'm sinking down below the ground and my skin burns from the heat. With eyes shut tight, bleeding steam through the smoke, I expected my nerves to be close neighbors with a never-ending coat of pain, agony, porcupine needles, all the same, but I was met with a warm spring night's light rain. The placebo faded and my perceived pain was penetrated by Novocaine. A lush array of trees sweeps an endless abyss underneath an artificial sky of shiny rock. The air was crisp and gentle. It was a whole new key for my lungs, how it unlocks a freshness never felt in my past life up upon the crust. When my now bare feet hit the moss, I knew this everlasting vacation would be more than enough, especially when a bare-breasted group of women approached slowly, smiling and stimulating me with their touch. I tried to greet them, but my words were whisked away when I was pushed to the weeds with a giggle. Their petite bodies and blonde hair used me like a jungle gym as they brushed every inch with a tickle. One bit my ear and whispered something that I only assumed was about being more than friends. I asked her to repeat her sweet words with that soft voice while the others were playing with my southern head. She whispered, "I don't belong here," and materialized that Glock to kill me again. Villain monologue. God, shit is crazy, you know? You get a little itty bitty amount of blood on your hands and you think you can just walk up in here and point a fucking gun at me? Tell me, how many stupid motherfuckers do you think there are in this town? How many stupid motherfuckers do you think have tried to cross me? You're so quiet now, huh? Have you just now come to the realization that you're not a fucking hero? Anyone can pull the trigger. Shit, I could take this gun right here and paint these fucking walls with your brains. But what's the fun in that? How about you tell me why you're here? You're mad? You're angry? Trust me, everyone just fucking betrays you. They're always like, please, help me. I need you. Only for them to lead you to a fucking 6-foot deep hole and fucking throw you in. Well, fuck them. Fuck all of them. You know what I do? I always crawl out of that fucking grave and find those motherfuckers and make them scream. They're always like, please, help me. But for once, they aren't asking me. They aren't begging me to get a little itty bitty amount of blood on my hands. It's such a breath of fresh fucking air. God, shit is crazy, you know? Men. I kept calling and saying I'm coming back home. But you locked the door and told me that it's time to go. Block my number and give me back my soul. Let me know it's time that I get on the road. Living on the streets can't be that bad. Got a bottle at my side and a tank full of gas. Might push 90 on my way through a school zone. I'm not your shadow anymore, bitch. I pick wherever I go. I think that I'll die just so the guilt can eat you alive. I'll leave a note in the glove box saying you committed this crime, but you'll say I'm the king of gaslighting and schemes. Come on, baby girl, you don't even know what that means. Only thing that matters is the boys knowing I'm the shit. You say I suck and I say, yeah, you're big tits. All you ever do is get angry and say I should apologize, but I'm God's God, baby. Come on, open your eyes. I keep calling from every payphone and begging to come back home. But you bolted all the doors and every single window. And the judge laughed when I said there was something you stole. She called me an empty vessel. I never had a fucking soul. Ouroboros. The blood was thick, like wet smet. It told me it made boys like me wet the bed, and so my crosshair raced to its head. A slip of the finger made it meet lead. The blood was black like a monster made of tar. Its brains flew back the length of 3 cars. The corpse fell over like it didn't meet par. The bullet kept going, only God knows how far. The blood was sticky like soda on a gym floor. It ran between the wires that connected its head to its core. A blade had slipped from its hand as if smelted like iron ore. The artificial threat before me was no more. The blood was running like a pasta pan with too much water. I'm the one that brought her, but he's the one that shot her. His lack of remorse must have been birthed from his father, so I had to turn this murder into a slaughter. The blood was red like the rage that pitched a tent in my eyes. A new burn mark from the ricocheting ejected shell rested on my thigh. It'll be a nice souvenir for when all the blood has dried. They've never had to suffer, so I think it's about time. The blood was slimy like the thoughts in his sick, twisted mind. I put a hole through him so he had something in common with a being like mine. He now lay next to my lover on the cracked concrete under a neon sign. With that image on the back of my eyelids, I began the end of mankind. Liberty and justice. I've been driving down the highway all day, thinking about that pretty face. Tears rolling down like on the windshield, really need my blades replaced. I can still hear your voice in my head screaming about how I'm a disgrace. Really tried to hate you sometimes, but the only thing I saw was that dress with the lace. God damn. Lay me in my grave. I'ma swerve off this road, make this cliff my resting place. Blood on the wheel, 45 at my side, no case. But that motherfucker caught a case. Lights flashing from the rear through the rain. The cops approached, guns drawn, screaming my name. You're under arrest for the murder of this man. No, officer, you don't understand. He raped her. He killed her. I had to do something to avenge her. You won't do nothing. You're a fucking poser. It'll be a closed casket. You won't even have to pose her. That's enough, sir. Step out of the car. Don't make this harder. Don't push me farther. I know your pain, son. I'm her father, and she was my daughter. I don't want to lock you away for your actions today, but also don't want you taking your own life this way out here. 105 on the freeway. I saw her body. Me too. It's on replay. You see his too? Yeah. Looks like you had a field day. Chapter 4. Life is like a movie. I'm running out of time and I'm running out of blood to bleed. Everybody leaves eventually. They never give me time to complete the change. Please stop loving me conditionally. She's like Freddy Krueger, way I see her when I close my eyes. Feel like a prisoner, how those eyes got me doing time. Every corner scary like a haunted house. So I keep her front and center like I'm a cat and she's a mouse. I'm like Scott Pilgrim, way I get so lucky. In a bad bitch's bed, snowstorm, heart fuzzy, rubbing on her thigh like Katniss in a tree. Spear in my chest, please sing me to sleep. My heart's in big trouble, but this ain't little China. Need to be reborn like Ted, call me the Messiah. Black sand in the mail so you know that it's over. Ready or not, heads popped from your new ex-lover. What's your type? What you looking for, really? A 5'3" bad bitch with those perky titties? We're gonna find that. Where do I put the pin? Where's this septum pierced goth babe with tattoos from her toes to her chin? When are you gonna find her? Tell me when. You're sick of these pillow princesses laying in your bed, and you're sick of these hoes talking a big game with disappointing head. But what you looking for, really? A petite, small-town blonde that laughs when you're silly? Staying home on Sundays watching movies? Eating Hot Pockets with a steak that's Philly? Someone who's smarter than you? Pays bills, does taxes, loves Scooby-Doo? One dog, no kids, cozy house with a view? I mean, what am I supposed to do? Where are you going to find that thick redhead with freckles and an attitude? That tall Haitian chick with dreads, you in a whole new magnitude. That gamer girl with glasses doing cute impressions like Pikachu, I choose you. Or maybe just a brunette from a broken home. Bookworm and she don't like gold. Every previous guy turned her heart to stone, but write her a poem and she'll have to fold. Bartender on the weekend but she don't drink. Loves black, but she still loves pink. Want to trace her fingers over your ink. Opening line is, what's your kink? Is that what you're looking for? Really? You're going to meet her on a park bench on a night that's chilly? Give her your jacket, take a walk through the city, and when she asks for a kiss goodnight, you'll smile and act like you're witty? You'll say some dumb shit, right? Like that'll cost you $1.50. JKAHAH. I have a crush on my tattoo artist. A needle in my arm, but I still keep focused. She laughs at my jokes and my vision is smokeless, but I fell in lust. Thank God it went unnoticed. Damn. She's got a boyfriend, saw it on the gram. She's got a life and I haven't got a plan. She's so hot, tattooed with a tan. Another hopeless fantasy sinking in the sand. God damn. Senses. I don't really know if you like what you see. I don't really know the person I want to be, but I could make you laugh and smile forever, if that's your style. I don't really know if you like what you hear. I don't really know why losing you is a fear, but we could talk here in this aisle forever, if that's your style. I don't really know if you like what you smell. I don't really know what cologne suits me well, but I could change the status of my profile forever, if that's your style. I don't really know if you like what you taste. I don't really know if I'll learn how to bake, but I could come over for a trial forever, if that's your style. I don't really know if you like what you feel. I don't really know if my heart's gonna heal, but we could get a little more than wild forever, if that's your style. I don't really know if I got what you need. I don't really know where the hell I'm gonna be, but I could be here for a while, or forever, if that's your style. Don't get married. I see the way things are going for you. You're so happy and I'm so blue. You're in all my dreams and you haven't got a clue. It's been so long, maybe 4 whole years. I miss us together, I even miss the tears. If you'd come back, I'd wipe them away. If you'd come back, I'd make you stay. But you're with them, and I'm with me. Never thought I missed those days being 19, but you got mean, and I got depressed. We were only happy chest to chest. But make me a promise. Don't go getting married. I'll be back someday. I'll be back before I'm buried. We could be our better versions. We can start a fantasy. Come back together, realize we were being silly. Several miscommunications. Thought we wanted to be free. But I still love you, and you still love me. Me bitching for 36 lines, 5 stanzas. I realize now why these old people are the way they are. They don't get sad. They don't deal with depression, anxiety, fear. They don't have to deal with fucking, I don't know, emotions. They've never had to talk out loud to themselves to help their brain process information. They said, if you're anxious behind the wheel, you shouldn't be on the road. I'm sorry, are you not on the verge of a panic attack the entire time you're driving? One mistake, and you could be paying thousands to fix your car, or total it, or just fucking die. Do you not think about that? Is that not a fear? Do you just crash and be like, whoops? They spend their whole lives being told what to think. These news channels and shit just spew out information, and they just believe everything they say. They're holding a fucking phone most of the day. Use that shit to find some good sources and cross-reference them to come up with a logical conclusion, for fuck's sake. Please. They don't have a creative bone in their bodies. People who create things from their minds have to sit down and actually figure some shit out mentally. I can't just fucking stand in one place at a factory for 8 hours a day for my entire life and call it good. Where's the fulfillment? Where's the stamp you're putting on the world? At least leave a positive impact on your community or some shit. Hiding from the world and not knowing anything about it while simultaneously bitching about it is pretty fucking lame in my humble, honest opinion. Bitch. Industry. I'm so broke. Not talking money, I mean inside. I'm so cold. Heart's so broken. Shit's in pieces. It was gold. Now I'm trapped. Locked in the backseat. I was told I'd never be shit. Fuck you, I'm the mold, freshly poured metal, but you're so old, Try to stay young, but your insides, you sold your soul to the industry that just used you. They're so bold, I signed my name on the line, so try to grab a hold, finger slipped, snapped them in your wrist. You're so broke. Big shit. I might cook some shit, build some shit, fuck your bitch, write a novel, drop an album, pick black, bet my life on it. I might fly a plane, hunt a bear, walk on Mars, sell an affair, star in a play, get some abs, open 2 restaurants like Mr. Krabs. I might film a movie, live on a farm, fight in the ring, get kicked in the head like I came in the barn, climb Mount Everest, win an award, get struck by Will Smith, crash a Honda Accord. I might skydive from space, buy Face Clan, meet Gilbert, I'm her biggest fan, have a barbecue, learn how to bake, adopt a pet fox, fish on a lake. I might ditch my new friends, they're a bunch of fakes, start a new government, they're a bunch of snakes, bonfire on the beach, get that shit lit. You know how it is, I do big shit. She was my religion. Would you give me one more chance if I got down and begged you to? But it'd be a waste of time because I'd fuck it up like I always do. And you think I hate your sappy love songs just cause I am a dude, but I'm addicted to them because I'm addicted to you. The melodies ring in my ear all the time, they tend to linger. But they're not as loud as the one I was gonna put on your finger. I've fallen into the cage that is my bed, I'm a creature. If only I would have listened as if I'm under stained glass and you're the preacher. I broke out 6 months later and finally cleansed my skin of dirt, but I still know only you could cleanse my soul of hurt. I stepped out onto the porch and let the rays hit my shirt. Now maybe me and life can meet up and begin to flirt. Cinderella. Man, hop up on my business. I'm the one your misses. I be fucking bitches, you be fucking bitchin'. Got a 4X and you missing. Got your 4X's sippin'. Sheets wet, I be slippin'. On her knees, not a Christian. Cheeks red, they be kissin'. Cheeks red, I be whippin'. Smoking trees, feeling wicked. Casting spells, must be wickin'. Tootsie Pop, they be lickin'. Not on top, but on a mission. That girl got dementia. She keep forgetting she a bad bitch. Fishnet legs on my shoulders, that's my new necklace. You can feel me in her guts, that's my new address. We're never having kids, but we got a lot of practice. It took some time, but Now she hates me like I said she would. Letting me live in peace, that's something that she never could. She told me I gotta leave. I agreed and said I should. Just know that when I walk out the door that I'm gone for good. But now you say I'm kinda toxic, but hey. If the shoe fits, bitch, I'll wear it. It's just your size, bitch. Fuck it, we'll share it. Bite my neck, bitch. Imprint, I'll bear it. Breathe like bunnies, bitch. Where's my carrot? At least some of my friends didn't turn into parrots. I'm addicted to these screens in more ways than one. I'm in too deep and now I'm trapped between the fucked up fetishes and the gateway thirst traps. I won't make it out. I'm a simple little addict. From lesbian massages to ropes, chains, and haptics. My first love was Violet Myers. Or maybe it was Nikki Brooks. Don't forget Angela White. Holy shit, my brain is cooked. But maybe there's some hope. When I move away from the cornfields to the city and meet some new girls face to face, they just can't be vanilla. I can't go back to that. I got a bag full of rope. I need them to smile at that. Take my eyes off the blue light and back to the real thing. It'll be a lot more fun and let my head do some healing. I'm new to town, so I'll need all 10. I love the tone of your skin when the sun's hitting it. That golden aura giving you a kiss like, hold on baby girl, let me talk my shit. Do I want you snap? Nah, I'll take them digits. I love the tone of your song when you're playing it. From the keys to the strings, you're leaving me breathless. Those pics on my phone, yeah, you're leaving me restless. Biting your lip, pulling me by my necklace. I love the tone of your voice when you're saying it. My name from your mouth. I want to give you a kiss. I want to make you feel loved. It's going to be endless. Ain't a goddamn thing that's going to end this. Hallmark movie. I'm not sure what's louder. The snow crunching under the imprint of my boots or the pounding of the heart inside my vessel. Maybe it's the wind whisking around the street lamps, or perhaps the cheers of women entering their third bar of the night. I'm not sure what's scarier, the bouncer with the tree trunks for triceps, or the 5'3" Latina striking toxicity with an open palm. Maybe it's the fact I haven't found your flowing strands of jet black amongst the sea of bodies, or perhaps it's how this isn't a motherfucking Hallmark movie. I'm not sure what's more depressing. The soul-crushing fact that you're back and not bashing my door down, or that I somehow convinced myself you ever would. Maybe it's the fact I never moved on from a short-lived romance, or perhaps it's how this still isn't a motherfucking Hallmark movie. I'm not sure what's more shocking. The text I just received from a friend of a friend that states that you walked out the back, or that I hesitated to sprint across the color-changing checkerboard. Maybe it's the fact our eyes met as I burst into the alleyway. Or perhaps it's how this might be a motherfucking Hallmark movie. I'm not sure what's quieter. The distortion of your cheek's pores as a smile forms between your lips, or the breathy greeting clawing its way up my windpipe. Maybe it's your fingerprint hovering above the green phone icon underneath my number. Or perhaps it's me realizing this is somehow a motherfucking Hallmark movie. Overthinking 1 hour under Omaha. What do I do when I'm living in the city? Do I search and swipe for a soul, or do I let her come find me? Do I make sure she's the one before I even engage in physical touch, or do I go along with the lust and engage in some fun? Is it really fun though if it goes nowhere? I already spent 4 years in college. Now it might be time for some self-care. And where do I go to meet people nowadays if the apps end up an absolute nightmare? Do I hit the bars, clubs, and bookstores, or skip the Comic-Con and the Renaissance Fair? I'll probably try so hard and fail. But once I give up, I'll accidentally brush her hand on the escalator handrail. And if our eyes lock and she gives me that look, I know I'll be thinking twice. But I'll probably pretend to reply to a text and brush it off as her being nice. I'm sure God just sighed and ran a line through her name on the ever-shrinking list of girls that could be my wife. Between kinda cool and really fucking lame. They're all so friendly, but not my friends. I learned that from an early age. They only care about what I have or what I can do. Once they're done with me, they just turn the page. When I see them in passing, they don't even look my way. Welcome to living between kinda cool and really fucking lame. I'm always the third wheel, even in a group of friends. and groups expand and I never feel a part of them. I can come if I want to, if I learn where they're going to be at. If not, I'll be home alone watching them on Snapchat. I'm the youngest of 4, but stuck in the middle. I can ricochet between groups but only stay for a little. They all got glue so they can't be removed, but I'm gone with a quick nod and a whistle. Any girl I've dated has been through an introduction, or at least because we're trapped in the same place. Hanging lights upon the rafters in stagecraft classes, one at a time with 4 hands to be safe. It comes with its perks, I suppose. I never got teased or bullied, but I don't put up with people like those. Messing with me is the worst fate they could have chose. But I was a professional bench warmer up until the month before I graduated. I started teaching the jocks how to play Fortnite. How fast things change couldn't be exaggerated. It kind of pisses me off that everything ended a month later, and I had to start all over 2 hours north. I made a couple of close acquaintances, I guess, only because I had a big TV and they lived next door. And others I want to hear from for months at a time, until it's 2 a.m. and they want me to put up a poster in a frame. But that's just how it is, I guess, between kinda cool and really fucking lame. Grow up to grow. I'm so glad to not be burning anymore. I spent my teen years in hell praying there was something more, and there was. But I just couldn't reach it yet. I had to grow up to grow and suffer through the bleeding. Not quite 6 foot, but shit, I'm tall enough. My acne's clearing up. That shit made my life rough. Felt like Patrick Star since I was at the bottom of the rock. But I didn't do it, no, I put the knife back in the block. And I still remember that day. The day that she called the cops. He asked if I was suicidal. I lied and said I'm not, but I was. For a long ass time. And still, to this day, sometimes I want to die, but I'm fine. I'm not going anywhere. I couldn't break my mama's heart. She's got more scars than I'll ever bear. And since I got you here, let me hit you with a cliche. It gets better with time. Glue that to your brain on replay because I'm so glad to not be hurting anymore. I spent my college years in hell begging myself to search for more, and I did. And I still can't reach it yet. I'm growing up to grow and become someone I haven't met. Thank you for the art. It's been a long journey since I first said I love you through the blue light of an iPod Touch. But maybe it's time that I grow up, wake up early, and pack my own lunch. Heart built like a transmission. Sometimes I get my left leg gnawed off, make me sick and bedridden, left alone to hack and cough. What do I even say? I went from slitting my wrist to dreaming about marrying you someday, and I did the same with the next and the next and the next and the next. Maybe if I lived for myself, I wouldn't be so depressed. I missed out on my best years because my eyes were always runny. Why bother participating when I'll be dead before I'm 20? And when I realize that's the past, and so are all of you, I think my leg grew back and a pair of wings too. But what if taking flight so quickly is a mistake? I'm scared of heights. My feathers might light, and I have an overflowing plate. My heart is full of hate, and the windows are about to break. Worse yet, I fucked up the rhyme scheme. Perfect, just great. I gotta get my life on track. I signed a lease halfway across the country. Okay, I can work with that. They question me. They ask me why I'm running away. They're mad they'll never see me again as if they ever gave me the time of day. I hope I can leave the anger, anguish, and exhaustion back in the mitten where it was birds. Maybe switch to gloves so I can spread my fingers. There's always a first, but I'm worried about it since bad memories can grow wherever I go. What if I'm Frankenstein and I fabricate some feces that's worse than the farmland we got back home? I shouldn't think like that. No, I simply can't. This isn't my last poem. No, this is my first rant. I'm sick of y'all bitches. Yeah, get that through your fucking skull. I'm the one with the flaming feathers, yeah? So why are you the one to fall? Okay, I think it's about time I let this shit go. I'm just a bitch with a camera, and I think it's about time that I go pro. I won't forgive you, but I'll forgive myself this time, I suppose. But I'll forget you, but not the crimes you committed when I left myself exposed. I'll always be Mr. Backwards Hat with the dragon tattoo, but I'll be the new one present in the West, far away from you. Out there, I got friends that care more than you ever planned to, and yes, I fucked it up again just because I had a point to prove. So I guess it's the beginning of the end for me and the end of any of us together, and I don't want to kill myself anymore, so I'm going to make sure it stays that way forever. I'm out of the back seat, and now I'm up front driving stick with a duct-taped heart. I hate what you did to me, but hey, I guess. Thank you for the art.